Hey everyone, my name's Riley. I'm a fourth year marketing student at USF, and I'm planning on graduating with my bachelor's degree at the end of the summer semester. So I'll jump right into our discussion for this module. I decided to take this class because I've never seen a class only focus on creativity, and I thought that was pretty interesting. And it also made me think that I haven't really gave too much thought into what creativity is, which again I thought was interesting because I've played piano since I was very young, and just last year I started to draw as a hobby. So I thought it was interesting that I've never really thought about it too deeply, other than, if you were to ask me what creativity is a month ago before I started looking at the materials for this class, I would have just said creating something new. And that was the extent of it. I wouldn't have given it too much more thought than just creating something new. But through the topics that we had to go through this week, it really gave me a better understanding of how broad creativity can really be. We did that through reading the first couple chapters of our textbook here, Creativity Rising. And we also had to watch the Creative Brain movie, which I thought that was the more interesting topic, in my opinion. Um, Specifically, I liked the format that the movie took. I liked how it went through a bunch of different creative people and let them explain what their definition of creativity is and how they have used it and applied it in their own lives. The two people that I thought were specifically really interesting were, the first one was the architect. I think his name was Bjork. He was the one that made the ski slope that was attached to the nuclear reactor, and also the one that made the Lego house in the movie. Um, Both of those things I thought were really cool, by the way. But what he said was creativity is imagining the world that has not yet become ours. And I thought that was interesting because, it's a lot deeper of an explanation than the one I just gave. And it kind of is more of a long term outlook on it, at least in my opinion. It sounds like you're looking at the future and then coming up with the creative steps to get there. So that really helped open up my view of creativity. The second person in the video that I thought was really interesting was the novelist. I think his name was Michael. And the thing he said that really stuck out to me was originality is bunk. And I think this is probably my favorite quote or topic out of that whole movie because, you know, it's kind of true. Nothing is 100% original and entirely, If you're drawing a picture of a dog, you're still using that reference of some sort of dog in your head. You're pulling things from different places and using them to create your own piece of work. And while it is original, you're still using ideas from other places. And it helped me get a better idea of creativeness for myself too, because like I said, I started taking up drawing last year. And when I'm drawing, it's much more of an uncomfortable creative process than when I play piano, because I've played piano much longer, so I'm much more comfortable exploring new things and all. But when I'm trying to start a new drawing, it takes me forever, and I'll leave it blank for a while, and I always end up using some sort of reference, and I'm not copying it, but the pose of the person or the personality or the character itself. But when I finish, I always feel like, it's not 100% original because I used a reference or got ideas from here or whatever. But this part of the movie where he said originality is bunk really helped me understand that, it doesn't have to be 100% original. So that helped me get insight to my own creativeness. I believe the next question we're supposed to answer is, how can we use, or how do we use creativeness in our careers or jobs? So right now I'm currently unemployed, just trying to finish up my bachelor's degree in marketing, but what I do is I run a eBay shop in my spare time, and that does take a lot of creativeness because all the time I will have products that are very weird shapes. I'll have to come up with creative ways to ship them. You wouldn't believe the difference of a few inches of a package can make on the price of shipping. It can be $10 to $15 more expensive, and so you really have to come up with some creative solutions to cut that shipping cost down. I also have to use creativeness because I have to deal with lots of customers, and sometimes things get lost or they get damaged shipping, or customers just get upset for lots of silly reasons. If you've worked with them, I'm sure you understand, but sometimes you have to come up with creative solutions to help deal with those customers. So that's how I use it in my work for now. But going into the future, once I get my marketing degree, creativeness will become very important. And that is because you have to be very creative in your marketing strategy, because you have to make sure your message gets out the right way to the right people and is also impactful at the same time. So it can really be a struggle to pull those creative elements together to create a good marketing strategy. As far as using what I've learned to better my creativity going forward, sorry, I think that what I'm doing right now is actually pretty solid, but I think what I've learned, how I view creativeness now, will help me improve my creativity, because like I said, I never really thought too deeply about it, but now that I understand how broad the definition of creativity can be and how it can be used in so many different ways, I think that I can use the creative things I do every day, playing piano, drawing, my eBay store. I think it'll help me come up with new and even more creative ways to help not only become better at them, but become more efficient at them as well. So that is my discussion video for this week. I hope to hear from you guys, and I'll be letting one of you know, rather, a response video on your video. So hope you all are doing good today, and thank you for watching.